YouTube, what's up? I'm coming to you from my hotel room in Chicago. As you can see, I've got my supplements in my little kitchenette area where I've been meal prepping all of my white fish, vegetables, and eggs for the last few days. I made it through Amsterdam on an 11-hour flight and then Amsterdam to Chicago on an 8-hour flight. I slept most of it. It was uneventful, pretty stress-free. The only time I woke up was to pee, which was fairly frequently. But I was so tired I could go back to sleep right away, which was nice. My coach instructed me to have 10 liters of water starting on Sunday and Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday was down to 8 liters. And then now Thursday I'm down to 4 liters of water, which is about 2.5 of these. Tomorrow I get 1 liter and the water gets cut off at noon. So from noon Friday until all the way through on this stage on Saturday, there's a 0 water. I will be drinking grape juice for the carb loading aspect, but that'll be instructed by my coach at certain times as we get ready to get on stage. But for the most part, all of my hard work is done. I just finished my last depletion workout of the week. I did chest, shoulders, and triceps. The movements are not heavy, but they are exhaustive. So one of my supersets today was a shoulder press machine for 30 reps, followed by lateral raises for 30 reps. Wait a minute, do it again 4 times. And there was several supersets for each muscle group. And the purpose of this is the high reps get in a ton of blood. And since I have no carbs in my system, there's no glycogen to fill the muscles. So the blood pumps into the chest and flushes right back out. And what this does is it makes my muscles become a sponge. So when I start carb loading, the muscles are gonna just grab on to the glycogen in the system and make me look full and pumped on stage. So that is the actual peak of peak week that we're looking for. In terms of carb loading, it sort of starts tonight. I get a double hamburger and fries for dinner with a glass of red wine. And tomorrow I will have some fruit for breakfast. And then as the day progresses, I will be having rice and then finishing the day off with 4 donuts. Now, during prep, I've had a few refeed meals that have involved donuts. And you can use, a lot of bodybuilders will use like carrot cake or some sort of sweet treat, but we're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We know donuts work. When I've had a bunch the next day at the gym, I'm looking pumped and full. So we're just gonna stick with the method that we know works. And then on Saturday, the actual show day, I'll be drinking grape juice, having some more donuts at specific times that my coach tells me so that I'm actually just fully pumped to go on stage. But at this point, all the hard work's done. I will just do nothing but rest at this point. And, well, that's not true. I will be working on a little bit of refining for my posing routine, just to make sure that when I step on stage and when the lights hit you in the face, that there's not like this just frozen deer in the headlights look. I want to go up there looking like I'm confident, feeling like I am going to just go through the posing routine without thinking. I'm just going to go up there, flow with the music, and do what I can. So this week has been interesting because if you've noticed on my YouTube videos, the lighting and cameras have been fantastic at the gym in Johannesburg. And lighting makes a huge difference. This week in my hotel room, the lighting's been terrible. The gym I used to work out at in Chicago relocated to this barren warehouse with terrible lighting. So I haven't really been able to see the development of the last few days in good lighting. And that's gonna make a huge difference. So once I'm tan and ready to go, hopefully I will look very jacked. But tomorrow at around 3 p.m. on Friday, I will get my tanning done. athlete check-in for the show is just after that. And then Saturday morning, starting at 10 a.m., we're ready to rock and roll. So the next time I come to you, I will have been a competitive bodybuilder, and hopefully I will have some good news with the results of the show. But regardless of the results, I've put in a year and a half's worth of effort. I haven't missed a single gym session with my coach. I have rarely deviated from the meal plans that he's given me. And so at this point, I don't feel like I could have done anything more to get myself more prepared for this weekend. And I'm just going to let fate be what it is. You know, I have seen some of the athletes that are going to be competing in the show this weekend, and they look great. So there's going to be great competition and some pretty fantastic physiques standing next to me. So I'm actually really excited to just go show off the hard work and just hope for the best. So thank you for following me on this journey. It is not over. This prep has not been terrible whatsoever. I've felt like I've dealt with all of the challenging aspects fairly well. My energy levels are good. I've avoided injury, and at this point, this is just step one. This is going to be a way for me to see how I feel and perform on stage. And then from that data point, anything I do going forward with my coach for training and competitions is just going to get better and better. So thank you again for following me on this journey. I will continue posting updates because the journey is not over. It is just beginning. So I will come back to you next week from Dubai, actually, and let you know how everything went. See you then.